Hello. Hi. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Jackie, and I am forever faithful. So I hope all is well with you out there today. And this is a journal of mine, and I like it, and it just caught my attention. And I was like, you know what? Let me just, make a quick video. So I was thinking, it took me a while to get to the place that I am now. And I guess the title of this video will be Victim or Victor. And how so many years I, lived my life as a victimhood. Even though I kept going, but I saw myself as a victim. Like these things happened to me, you know, oh me, oh poor me, right? So, and I was like, at some point, I felt the weight of all of that. I really did. I felt the weight of it all. And I was like, okay, I have to let something go. I have to let it go. And, I know that we've all have or may, endure some challenges of the mind, body, and soul, being humans on this earth. It's almost inevitable. And it's unfortunate that some events or experiences happen or can happen that to us that are out of our control. We have experiences that will happen to us that are out of our control, like rape and abuse and things like that, from a parent or something, right? But at some point, we must make the decision to stop being a victim to become the victor. And choosing to move forward, regardless of a person, situation, or the circumstance, is really making the choice to move forward. Could mean that a person or circumstance must be addressed, whether you need to speak your truth or even removing yourself or forgiving someone, because they are who they are and you just need to forgive them and just move on. Doesn't mean that they have to stay in your life. Doesn't mean that you have to share your life with them, and especially if they're family and you're having family dinners and events. Doesn't mean that you have to necessarily allow them into your life as you once did. Right? So regardless, it's really about choosing and addressing whatever needs to be addressed. And oftentimes, and this was an issue with me, is, I had become comfortable in the discomfort, especially with family. I grew up in the dysfunction, as we all do, grow up in some level of dysfunction in our families. But I knew in my soul and my spirit, and I knew consciously and subconsciously, that a lot of things that was going on was just not right. It was very toxic. It wasn't loving. It was suppressing. It was depression. It was depressing, and because it was suppressing the light and the love that God had put into us, right? So, as I got older, I began to address, bring some things to the light, but I usually received some resistance to people addressing their behavior, right? Their actions. And it's like nobody wants to take responsibility for their actions. So in dealing with people like that, is you have to make a choice. It's making a choice. I choose not to socialize with this person, whether, it doesn't matter if it's a family or not, but it's realizing that you've become comfortable in the discomfort of being around certain people in certain places, certain situations, certain circumstances, is realizing that you have become comfortable in the toxicity. You know it's toxic. You can feel it's toxic. You hear it's toxic. You see it's toxic. But yet you found taking a seat in it, right? But it's really time to get up and get out of there as soon as possible. And no, they're not going to like it. No, may not even understand. But the bottom line is you don't have to explain anything to them because it's your life. It's your life. You only have one. We only have one. So you must live it to your fullest and with love and kindness. And if you have to let go a person, place, thing, situation, circumstance in order to achieve that, then you have to do it. Because one way or another is going to happen. I've said for years now, you can choose to do this voluntarily or God can do it for you. And I promise you, you don't want that because it's very traumatic and dramatic usually when God has to shake you awake that you are living and sitting in toxicity. But it brings me back to the whole title, which is, are you going to choose to be a victim or a victor? Every choice is ours to make. So choose wisely. What didn't work for you? What isn't working for you? Who in your life is shady, shaky? The shaky person is the person, they're just going with the flow. Whatever mood they're in, that's whoever side they're on. You never know, right? You got the shady and the shaky person. And then you have a person that's truly not supportive. It seems that way, but you see the looks, you can feel the energy, you can hear the little snide comments. And who's speaking lack, poverty, and doom into our lives right now? It's time to stop and take a closer look at where we are. Are you continuing to stay or be in a place where you're not celebrated, where you're not supported, where you're not encouraged to live your best life? I choose to be the victor, no longer the victim, because I've had to make a lot of tough choices and decisions to get here. And I have made drastic positive changes in my life because of it. God continues to show up and was always there through this whole process of me making the choices to cut off friends, to block certain people, to distance myself. Even as painful as it was, I must say now that it was well worth it because I feel lighter, I'm brighter, and I'm happier. I have more peace because I don't have these people, these circumstances in my life as I once did that just weighed me down, not only mentally, physically, emotionally, because people can take from you in various ways. Someone who's always involved in drama, who wants to talk about it all the time, that can be draining. Someone who's asking you to do things, run errands for them, whatever, that physically can be draining. And then you're talking about the spiritual part of it. If you are not on the same page spiritually with someone, you're trying to get your point across to them, but they're not comprehending it. I can tell you now, that's kind of like a waste of time because they're not in the same season as you are. The best thing you can do is avoid those conversations, or like for me, this is my life. Spirituality, God, the divine creator is in my life. It's weaved all through me. It's me. It's a part of me. I just can't separate the two, and I won't. So if I cannot have a conversation with someone who's on the same level as I am when it comes to spirituality, then for me, it is a waste of my energy. And I would rather use that on someone of like mind. Simple. It's just simple. It's simple now, but it's a choice of choosing to remain a victim in the same place that you've been, or choosing to get out of that to become the victor. Anyway, that's all I have to say for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Jackie and I am forever faithful. And no matter what, God will get you through it. Just ask. Ask for the strength. Ask for the wisdom. Ask for more patience. Ask. And a lot of times you really get more patience and wisdom through the experience itself by going through it. But in the end, I can tell you for sure, it will be well worth it. So till next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.